In our studio now is a man, a myth, a legend. His name is Neoclassical Champion Rockers, otherwise known as Stephen Davey. Hello, Stephen.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Now, we're talking to you this evening because you have got a very, very special thing happening.
Very special.
Am I right? I think it's today.
It's tomorrow. Out tomorrow. Yep.
Out tomorrow. This is your debut single.
Yep.
Yes. What's it called?
It is called Want You, and it is the Cut the Rock mix.
So, Cut the Rock, big name. How did that kind of come about? That you end up getting your track mixed by him and put out as a single and everything.
Well, I suppose it all starts with you guys, because you've been playing my music a lot, and then Matt. You all know Matt.
Matt Weddercop, yes.
Matt Weddercop. He heard one of my tracks on your show, and then he wanted to remix Want You. And because he DJs and he wants to play it out in his sets, so he remixed it, and then he said he's got a friend, he didn't say who, that he wanted to listen to it and he might like it, and he did, and it turned out to be Cut the Rock, which I was like, blimey. He Cut the Rock's just listened to my track and he likes it. That was enough for me, just for him to like it.
Yeah.
But then for him to want to mix it and then release it as well.
How does that sort of process go? Because I know, we heard this, we heard the sort of original. I think we played it, and then do you sort of send all the bits off to him, and he sort of fiddles around with it, or? Yeah,
it's still all the same parts of the song. I had to make stems of each part, so I had to extract from my original recording, like the bass parts, the vocal parts. Basically just deconstruct the whole track.
So you had to split it up into separate components.
Yeah, it took quite a lot of time.
But worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
Yeah, and because that's quite an interesting thing actually, because you don't sing on many of your tracks, but I think you sing on this one, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yes, so you had to send him the raw audio of just you singing.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Yeah, it's a bit scary. Yeah, because he's worked with Gary Lightbody and recorded tracks with him, so to think that he's playing with my vocals and he's played with someone like his vocals as well, that's
it's a little bit kind of
scary but exciting at the same time.
And how long does it take for him to then work on your track and remix it? Does it take him long, as long as you would take to do a track to put it together?
Well, when I'm putting a track together, it takes quite a long time. It's a lot of work, but it's not hard work, but a lot of work.
Right.
But I can spend a day trying to get a
just one bit right,
and putting distortion on it, putting reverb and delay on it, and
that attention to detail though is probably why your tunes just make me nod the head. I'm sat here and tap my foot, and I'm a jittering wreck by the end of one of your tracks because it's so good.
There's a lot of I tend to put a lot of layers into my tracks, so sometimes when you're hearing one synth sound, it could be 3 different ones put together. And,
yeah. You've been sending stuff into us for ages and ages.
Yeah, I think it was 2009.
Yeah, it must have. Yeah, really early on.
Yeah, I hadn't long finished uni, and I was just playing about really with sounds. I used to do acoustic, guitar-led tracks, and then after going to uni, I was introduced. Before I used to think dance music was just all the sort of mainstream stuff that you'd hear on the radio, and then going to university opened my eyes to dirty electro sort of nights. And so I decided to try making my own sort of electro music, and I just thought I'd send them in just on the off chance that you might like them, and then I didn't even realise you'd played them until I listened back, and I was like, oh,
nice.
We looked at the system that's got all of the tracks that you've sent in and everything that we've played really from you, and it's a long list. It's a really long list. And do you find that when you listen to those tracks back, the ones that we played right in the very beginning, what do you think about them? Because I remember being in a room with you where you heard one song that was a while ago. I can't remember which track it was, but I remember you kind of visibly flinching about how it sounded.
No, I still like my old tracks, and they've all got their own distinct characteristics, and but I think it's just the way I produce now. I would have added more layers to my earlier tracks, and they'd probably be a bit more complicated. And I don't know.
Right.
I still enjoy listening to them though.
Well, we have to listen to your brand new single now. So it's out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where can you get a copy of it? And where can you get a copy of it? How much is it going to cost you?
It's going to be out on Juno. That's tomorrow, and then it's exclusively to Juno for the week, and then next Sunday it'll be out everywhere else, like iTunes and Beatport and all the other usual outlets.
Brilliant. So this is Stephen Davies' Neoclassical Champion Rockers.
Yeah.
Brand new. I was so close to getting
almost made the whole thing without doing that.
I know. But yeah, this is his brand new single. This is called Want You. Thank you so much for coming in.
No problem.
This is the Cut the Rock mix. That is Neoclassical Champion Rockers and Want You to Cut the Rock mix. His brand new, debut single.
Brilliant.
Debut single that is out tomorrow on Juno, out everywhere else on Beatport.
A week later in iTunes
a week later.
And things like that.